Hey guys, Mars here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today I want to check out the LR Super Saiyan Trio boys over here on the TEQ VEGETA team. This team is probably still one of my favourite teams in the game. I've been very much enjoying this team since we got to add the Broly and Gogeta from the anniversary, and then the Blue Evolution Vegeta EZA was kind of like the final thing to really help round out the team. And now we have the Super Saiyan Trio as well. Now these guys are an interesting character for this team because they obviously fit on the leader skill because they are a Super Saiyan's character. However, they don't get the full 200% leader skill because they're not on Pure Saiyan's Battle of Wits or Mastered Evolution. So it'll be interesting to see how well they do under the 170 lead. Now the big thing about them when it comes to their restrictions is they're not super restricted. Like, we still get the 50% support, attack support for allies, as well as 3 ki. They still get all their extra defense based on their ki when they get hit. They can still get the additional attacks. They can still get the effective, the additional attack with 18 ki, and the attacks effective against all types when ki is 24. The only thing that is interesting for them for this team is this last part at the bottom. If there's another movie hero or all-out struggle ally in the same turn, additional damage reduction of 15%, and for 2 turns all allies defense 77%. So on this rotation we have the TEQ Vegeta and the AGL Broly, and neither of them are movie heroes or all-out struggle characters. Actually, I mean, I didn't double check Vegeta, but I guess funnily enough, you could make an argument for Broly being on all-out struggle, because once he transforms into full power Broly and then Gogeta transforms into blue Gogeta, Broly gets absolutely like destroyed. So all-out struggle for full power Broly versus Gogeta would kind of make sense, but because one of the things to remember, like I think we talked about it when we had the watch party for Broly, like before the anniversary. If you go back and watch the Dragon Ball Super Broly, right when we get near to the end, basically as soon as Gogeta transforms into blue, Broly doesn't touch him for the whole of the rest of the fight. Like, he doesn't land a single hit on him once he transforms into blue. He like completely dominates him. So you could make an argument that he should be on all-out struggle because of that. But either way, it means on this starting rotation, we're not getting that all ally support and the extra damage reduction. So I'm going to keep them on the rotation because that way we're not getting hit. And we can get the we've got Blue Evolution Vegeta in slot 7, so he'll come into play on turn 3, and he is an all-out struggle character. And obviously we do have the physical LR Gogeta on the team as well, and so he is of course a movie hero. So we will have turns where these guys get their passive active. And obviously that all allies defense 77% for 2 turns is going to be super beneficial for characters like this TEQ Vegeta, because obviously he builds up his defense by stacking his super attack effect, and then when he gets hit, he gets a large amount of defense buff based on the amount of HP you have at the start of the turn. But then you throw a character on the rotation with him that's giving him an extra 77% defense, and it's for 2 turns, so it will affect the Vegeta on the other rotation as well. And of course the other big thing is that the trio obviously are a unit whose name includes Goku, so that means that Vegeta gets that potential extra attack as well, because he needs a unit on rotation with him whose name includes Goku, and he can get that extra super, which of course super beneficial for characters that stack, getting as many super attacks as possible. So even though, like I say, these guys are not like perfect for his tier, it depends on the build, right? Because Vegeta's leader skill is obviously Super Saiyan's all Vegeta family, so you could change out other units like specifically for other movie heroes or all-out struggle characters, so that you're essentially making sure that these guys have their passive active like every single time. Because what we could do for this build is we could float Blue Evolution Vegeta and Gogeta, so basically 2 out of every 3 rotations with the duo, if we're keeping them on slot 2 with this Vegeta, yeah, 2 out of every 3 rotations they would have that full passive active. So we'll go ahead and do this. Do this. and then get the rainbows for you. But I mean, TEQ Vegeta was like, you know, just like Saiyan Day last year with the God Goku. TEQ Vegeta on release was essentially like the best TUR in the game. So I know a lot of people were still very much committed to the like save for the anniversary thing, but like for global, definitely was a tough skip, because not only was Vegeta very good, but we already knew about the anniversary from JP, and obviously knew that Broly and Gogeta were going to both be on his team. Broly gets the full 200% leader skill, Gogeta gets the 170, but like, yeah, they're both, like, Vegeta's team is very good and very fun. The only event so far that I've really had trouble with this team, like with no items, is the Cell Max Stage 2. And I did that video a little while back before the Worldwide, where we were taking a couple of different teams up against like Beast, Blue, Gogeta, and then Cell Max Stage 2. And the Cell Max one was the only one that was like particularly difficult for that team, just because of how hard he hit straight away from turn 1. And obviously Vegeta ideally wants to get, you know, some turns to build up. So if he takes a super straight away, like, he takes a lot of damage, which is unfortunate. So it's one of those things that as the team gets more units, like Vegeta on release was kind of like the on both rotations, he's just going to be your slot 1 unit character. But as bosses start to hit harder and harder, he'll become like not a slot 1 unit basically. Alright, so these guys, we have their thing up now. So now we have everyone has 77% extra defense. So this Vegeta on turn 2 already at 610. And bear in mind, when he gets hit, he gets the extra defense based on the HP that we have. So it's up to 150%, and we're on what? Like 75% HP? So he would be getting what, like 100 and... No, about 100 would be like 66%. So yeah, he's going to be getting like 110% defense when he gets hit. So because of the support from them, like on this turn, when he takes the first hit, like he goes up to being well over 1 million defense. Because 77% defense is just so much. And there's so much extra defense that he gets just from them being on the rotation. And like we said, it's a 2-turn thing as well. So we can get them the full 24 key here. Plus the 3 key support is also very useful for like characters like Evolution Vegeta. Not like it matters for this turn, because obviously he'll be dead before then anyway. But Vegeta being able to get to 24 key, so he gets the guaranteed crits. Like, there's one of the reasons why the people like this trio so much, and why he's ranked highly. Like, I should probably get around to finally doing another tier list with like the worldwide LRs and stuff on it. Because yeah, their support is just super good for characters, especially anyone who has like a multiplicative defense buff. Like any character who, like this Vegeta, either from getting hit or if it's when they attack or whatever, gets like a big percentage defense buff, that takes into account the support that they're getting from the trio. So it just becomes a ridiculous amount. Like same with this Vegeta, right? Because the support's carrying over from the previous turn, because it's all allies for 2 turns. So 620k defense, and then he just gets more stacks off anyway. We'll keep Broly here now and float off King Vegeta. Take it easy, Apathy. But yeah, TEQ Vegeta, very good. Obviously, he has not returned yet for Global or JP. It's usually around October. It's either going to be like the October Dokkan Fest, because obviously after the Worldwide Celebration, the games are going to be synced. So we'll get, once the Worldwide Celebration is over, which takes up most of September, beginning of October, we'll get a new Dokkan Fest exclusive, and that will be on both versions at the same time. So based on when they've brought back the Saiyan Day unit in the past, that's probably the ideal time, because Global would often get like that random Halloween banner that didn't have any new characters on it, but just had a bunch of like recent Dokkan Fests. And with God Goku, was it the year before with Majin Vegeta? That was when he returned. And then last year for God Goku, I think he came back on JP. slightly earlier, but around that kind of time is when we would normally expect it. And with the games being synced now and the worldwide being out of the way at the end of September, I can imagine that for that beginning of October filler Dokkan Fest, whoever it will end up being, TEQ VEGETA will potentially be back on that banner. So, because yeah, I got one dupe for mine, so definitely looking forward to getting extra copies for him. Because even just having that second dupe, right, getting the extra couple of star abilities and then having the the gold equipment slot unlocked makes a significant difference. Right, so we got Gogeta on rotation, so obviously we have our movie heroes ally. Vegeta starting off at 840k, and we're at what, 90% HP. So when we get hit, he's gonna get what, like 100 and somewhere between 130 and 140%, which means he goes up to like an insane amount. Like he's going to be at almost 2 million defense after he gets hit, and that's because of like having the extra 77% already from the trio, which is really good. Shall I use their active skill now? We're going to get through the tech phase. Tech phase is next. Yeah, let's go ahead and use their we'll go ahead and use the standby here, I think. Yeah, we'll just all be wrong on the straight up LSJ Broly. I mentioned, yeah, part 2 is just movie 10 Broly. I don't know what to expect for the part 2 LR, because it's like, would they just do Broly from the second movie as the second unit? So we just got 2 like legendary Super Saiyan Brolys. Like there's every day I get more and more concerned that it is actually just going to be Bio Broly. All right, so we do lose out on the defensive support from the transformation until we pick up all the physical orbs. Because what does it give? It's yeah, it's defense 7% for 2 turns per physical orb. So because we can pick up, it's only 8 here, so it's not as much as they were giving pre-transformation, but it still puts him back up to 780. I mean, still basically well over 1.5 million defense after getting hit. Probably should transform Gogeta as well. I'm not sure if we'll get a chance for him to be back on rotation because we're floating in here, but if he does, we get the target ability. So maybe I should have done that first because he creates the rainbow orbs. That could have potentially been helpful, but that's all right, we'll do that. To be fair as well, I probably should have put Goku in slot 1 because then he gets the there's 6 attacks in slot 1. That would have been another 18 charges on the standby, but I guess it's probably better for Vegeta to get an extra stack, right, with this guy being so close to being dead. Alright, so multiple different things we can do now. Not a lot of key on this rotation though, which is annoying. So we can go ahead and transform with Broly. In fact, let's turn, yeah, we only really wanted to see the animation for the trio for the standby. So let's transform Broly. So we get the buff for our extreme units. And then this is the only downside to the Int Vegeta on the team, basically not having really been able to do anything so far in this run, is that he doesn't have any key build up. So also we did get very unlucky with the orbs on these turns, so we've had like basically no charge for the standby really from this turn, which is a little bit unfortunate. We can make up for it with the next one, but yeah, Vegeta getting the additional should give him a little bit of or much better post super defense here. Triple super, okay, good. Decent bit of damage from him. Builds up damage reduction within the turn. I swear he's going to save a super attack for... he's going to save a super attack for AGL Broly, isn't he? Although post-transformation AGL Broly doesn't matter. He'll eat it anyway. And Vegeta, we know, has a ridiculous amount of defense at this point. And guard. I mean, still 247 though. I mean, this Gogeta can hit relatively hard. But how much content will we still get for part 1? I mean, the only thing we know for sure is the Int Broly EZA, which obviously at the time of recording on stream hasn't been announced yet. If this video goes up later today, the details might be out already. But yeah, hopefully the details will come out this morning. But yeah, of course, AGL Broly now gets to just do AGL Broly things and do a bunch of additional supers, hopefully with crits. So he has 54% chance to crit as part of his transformed passive, and then mine has a little bit of extra crit. I did go mostly dodge on my Broly, which ended up quite nicely for him. So, alright, so I guess the only thing we can really do here is the active skill to finish off an almost dead TEQ Gogeta. It's the only downside to the Goku, Gohan and Trunks standby is that you have to use it the next turn because they only stand by for 3 turns. So if we don't use it now, we just lose it basically, which is a little bit disappointing. I was kind of hoping we would finish off TEQ Gogeta and then be able to use like the big standby punch against STR Gogeta, but it is what it is. So let's get this off here. Super Saiyan Goku versus Super Saiyan Gogeta. Because yeah, that's the thing, you can grab the extra orbs before you use it, but I don't want to float them off, because I could have put them in slot 3 and grabbed the orbs with King Vegeta in slot 2 as well, but we won this together. And then they get the Space Capsule KO screen. At least we got to see that, because if we'd used it on the first turn against STR Gogeta, I probably wouldn't have killed him, because we didn't get a crazy amount of charges. But also, we do get Blue Gogeta back again. So, I mean, we've got a ton of active skills we can do now. So, let's just start firing all these off.
I'll hit you with an attack you won't be able to destroy.
When are they going to fix the attack stat in front of TEQ Broly's face? I don't know. Hopefully they do. I retweeted a thing like when somebody pointed that out on the day it came out, because it is kind of funny that it's such a cool like frame as well of him like doing the point, and then his face is covered by the thing, which is kind of stupid.
How long do you think you can keep up with me?
It's phone dependent. Wait, is it really? Because it definitely does it to on mine. I mean, this is one of those things we might not even get another turn of the trio at this point. Because what are you up to now? 700k. I mean, I guess the only bad thing for us potentially here is eating a super in slot 1, but we have Blue Evolution, Vegeta's what's it called? Revival up, so we can't die anyway. So yeah, I guess we'll just transform with Vegeta. So get all the active skills off on this turn. Alright. So hopefully TEQ Vegeta, I mean if he takes a super straight away, because his defense does get lowered slightly with the transformation, but he still has guard and the big buff like when he gets hit. Of course he can't get supered because we used the target skill. It's only the active skill, that, the AoE that can hit him. I should have put him in slot 2 actually, I forgot. That's a useful bit of tech, because the AoE would then have hit him and then he gets his after being hit buff. So Should have done that, really. Still gets the extra additional, so 13 mil here. I mean, if we don't kill him this turn, we do end up in that good position where the other Vegeta, we could just transform him and then use the Big Bang attack active skill, like, straight away. But yeah, physical Gogeta. I still think out of the 3 target ability moves that we have in the game, Gogeta's is the best, right? Because obviously in an event that disables dodge, it technically becomes useless. But with these fights against, like, especially Beast, and then what's the other one with the status effect, like, right at the end? Just like any of these bosses that we're getting now, where they very often super attack you in slot 1, and then they can stun or seal you with their super attack. It's like you use the target ability with one of your characters, and then they tank all of the hits, but they get stunned or sealed because of the boss's super attack effect. Whereas obviously Gogeta just dodges all of the attacks, so he can't be stunned or sealed by their super. Yeah, I think Blue Gogeta probably finishes him off here. Might not be with this one, but he's going to get another one as well. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, sort of hope Trunks is one as well. Alright, well, let's skip the transformation one since we've already seen that, but then we can go ahead and finish him off with this one. Yeah, there you go. So that's the physical Super Saiyan trio on the TEQ Vegeta Super Saiyans team. You know, we got we had the Gogeta, we had the Blue Evolution Vegeta, who can activate their passive for the extra support. I think, like, in practice with running them on this team now and seeing how they do, the support is obviously very, very useful, especially for the TEQ Vegeta, to make him, like, nigh on invincible. So it probably is worth building the team with the extra all-out struggle or movie boss character, movie heroes character, and then having all 3 of those floating. So, I mean, the thing is, as great as King Vegeta is, and as much as I love using him on the team, because he's a really good banner unit, he does only support the pure Saiyans or Vegeta family characters, which on this team is just the Vegetas, Blue Evolution Vegeta and Broly. So if we're going to run these guys on the team, I suppose one way to do it, like, you could run them as just a floating support, and then just have, like, the Blue Evolution Vegeta on main rotation. But then you'd have to have the Gogeta on main rotation as well. Whereas normally I like to run the rotations with Blue Evolution and then Broly with the 2 TEQ Vegetas. But either way, like, it can work out quite nicely. But throwing an extra all-out struggle character on the team or movie hero would make it so that you get their support passive up more often. But yeah, I think they do very well on this team. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Hopefully you've managed to pull them if you did summon for them. But yeah, I think they work out quite nicely on this team. Still one of my favourite teams to run in the game. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.